Hey, good day, folks. Welcome to Answers Life. I hope everyone's doing great today. Well, I am here at a park in Greenville, Alabama. Now, I was here several years ago when I first came to Alabama, and I did a quick video of this area over here, like right where you see that little ramp. I did a quick video over there. Well, one of my subscribers has asked me to do this video today. And this video is going to be about how I go about dating. I mean, for those of you that have been following me for a while, you know that I do travel all over the country. Now, granted, I have not been traveling any for the last couple of months or so. I've been pretty much homebody for the most part, trying to take care of some stuff. But for the most part, for the most part, I do travel. I've lived in several places. On average, I've moved to either a different state or a different residence every couple of years, give or take. So let's get into it. Now, obviously, I'm single, and when it comes to dating, I'm at the point of my life where I don't really prioritize dating. Now, if I meet somebody and the chemistry with both of us is good, then okay, we'll take it, my attitude is we'll take it from there. But for the most part, I do not prioritize dating. I just live my life. I do what I do. And I let everything fall in its place. I mean, there used to be a time where, back when I was like younger, like in my 20s, I would actually allocate a block of time to look for a woman to date, so to speak. I would go to certain venues, like, I know it's a terrible place. I mean, I realize now when I'm older that going to any type of a nightclub is the worst place you can go to find someone. But back in the day, I used to do that. I would also hit up, art museums and other venues in the city or where I lived, or if I lived close by in in a neighboring town or whatever, I would go into the city and go to museums or whatever they had going on that I was interested in. I would dress up like, not super dressy, but dress up a little bit. And, I'll go do what I do. And sometimes I might get a phone number and we might hit it off good. And we might date for several months or even a couple of years. Other times I go places and I don't get squat. I come back home empty-handed. Now, to be completely honest with you folks, yes, I have tried online dating. And no, I am not a fan of it. And for you men out here, I don't care what age you are, if you're looking to date, I would not advise any kind of online dating. I mean any. Now there's some dating sites that some people swear by. Some of them charge money. But me personally, I'm not doing any of that shit. I figure, the same advice I give you younger men when it comes to meeting the right woman, I take that advice myself. My attitude is, I figure if the right woman comes, I figure I'm gonna just be myself. I'm gonna live life as I would normally. I'm gonna dress as I would normally, and I'm gonna act as if I would normally. And I figure if the right woman comes into my life, or the woman who I should be with comes into my life, she'll come into my life, and then we'll take it from there. But all this dressing up and being on my best behavior and breaking my neck to find somebody, I don't do that no more. And for you younger men out watching this video, I would advise you to quit doing that if you're doing that. Like I said, just focus on yourself, focus on your life. If you're single, focus on your life. Get your money up, get it way up. And in time, that woman that you were looking for will come. And a lot of times she'll come into your life when it's least expected. I mean, you might be outside working on your vehicle or something, full of oil, t-shirt all tore up. You got your pants on that have holes in it. And, maybe a woman might be walking by your house or your apartment. Maybe she's walking her dogs or whatever. And you two just out of nowhere get to chopping it up. You exchange numbers. Next thing you know, you got a full-blown relationship. In some cases, it might turn into a marriage. And for me, when it comes to dating, that's just how I look at it. I'm in no hurry to meet no one. I don't prioritize it. Now, am I ever gonna settle down and get married? The quick answer to that question is no. Why? Well, it's not because I hate women. I mean, the reason why I don't see myself getting married ever is because, for one, the marriage and divorce laws are as such to where most men tend to get screwed over. As many of you men have been married before, or somebody that's been married, or maybe it could have been your own parents, for whatever reason, just out of nowhere, the woman might decide to file divorce. I mean, look at what's going on between Judge Mathis and his estranged wife. So for reasons like that, I do not see myself getting married. I'm not trying to have to pay out half my money and give half my resources that I earned and worked hard for by myself to a woman because I gave her my last name. I mean, I know that might sound terrible, but I really don't care. I'm just not down for that shit. Now, just to set the record straight, now, if me and old girl together, whatever resources that we earn together, I don't mind sharing that with her one bit. I mean, that's only fair, it's only right. But resources that I came into the marriage with, I'm not trying to share none of that. And, and for the woman, whatever resources she came into the marriage with, she shouldn't have to share any of it with me. But the divorce laws are oftentimes tilted to where the man oftentimes is at a disadvantage. So, no, I do not see myself getting married. Now, as far as settling down, do I see myself settling down with just one woman? Well, it depends. Now, if she's good with us dating and never marrying, I might be good with that. Now, I haven't done my research at this point, but here in the state of Alabama, I don't believe Alabama has any type of common law clause. Maybe they do. I don't know. I haven't done my research. Those of you that live in Alabama and you're watching me right now, drop a comment below. Now, as far as me moving a woman into my house or us buying a house together, is that gonna happen? Hell no. I'm not even gonna lie. I mean, I like, the places I choose to live. I like where I live. And some of the places I desire to live, a lot of women out here may not desire to live. Now, there are women out here that do enjoy small town living. They do enjoy living in rural communities. But one thing I notice is you got a lot of women that are single that enjoy that city life. They enjoy that suburban life. And I'm not going back to that life. So maybe if I meet a woman that, and that's another thing. I'm extremely leery of moving a woman into my house. Again, it's got a lot to do with the laws that govern that type of activity. Like, for an example, and again, I don't know what the laws are here in Alabama in concerns to that, but in some states, if you move somebody in your home and for whatever reason you two start not getting along anymore for whatever reason, like if I move a woman into my house and maybe one day I come home and she got another dude off in the bed, I catch her cheating, naturally I'm gonna lose my shit and I'm gonna want to be up out of my house. However, in many states, it's not gonna be that easy. In many states, it's not gonna be that easy. I'm gonna have to basically go through the eviction process to evict her, as if she was a paying tenant. And during that process, who knows what the hell could happen? Who knows how much longer Oh yeah, I had to cut my camera off because there's some music in the background. But anyways, who knows how much longer? Like if me and a woman were living together in my house, let's say, and I caught her cheating, and I want her up out of my house. There's going in many states, there's going to be laws that are going to actually protect her. And basically, I'm going to treat her like a regular tenant, as if she was a paying tenant, and put her through the eviction process. And if I have to do all that, God knows how much misery that she may put me through out of spite. God knows how much disrespect I have to continue to deal with. God knows how many men that she'll have in the house. And I'm not trying to deal with that shit. So the chances of me moving a woman into my house and us living together is, I'm gonna just keep it real, it's gonna be zero. Now, if I meet a woman, I got my own place, she's got her own place, and she's good with us just dating under those conditions, cool. I'll be willing to date her. I'll be willing to be a one-woman man, because I'm not really into dating multiple women at the same time. I'm not trying to mess around and catch anything out here. But yeah, as far as me getting married and settling down the traditional way, I mean, it is sad for me to even talk like this, but just due to all the laws, I'm not willing to do it. Now, if the laws were different, if the laws were more fair to men, if the laws were maybe rewritten to accommodate for what's going on between men and women in 2024, as opposed to keeping the old laws in the books that were probably written way back in the early and mid 20th century. If the laws were updated to where they're more fair to men, more reasonable, more logical, maybe at that point I might consider, I would consider marriage. I'm not gonna say what I say. I might consider marriage. And when it comes to children, this might sound terrible, but I gotta keep it real. I never been, the whole idea of having a family and taking care of children. It's never been anything that appealed to me. I'm just not domestic like that, I guess. I mean, for those of you that are, no disrespect. For those of you that are, obviously, God bless, because, the only way that people like myself were able to live the way we're living today was because when we were little, someone had to be willing to step up to the plate and take care of that responsibility. So I'm not going to sit here and start hating and calling men names because they choose to get married and have kids. So for those of you that think I'm going to be talking that MGTOW stuff, nah. I'm not. I don't claim to be MGTOW. I'm not MGTOW. I mean, I'll be honest, back when I was a little younger, I thought the MGTOW movement was neat. But the older I got, the more about life I learned, the less desire I had to attach my name to MGTOW. So I'm not a MGTOW channel at all. Do not intend to be. I will not be. I'm just simply telling you all my life of why I live the way I live. That's it. That's all. And for those of you that are looking to meet Mrs. Right, you're looking to marry, you're looking to have family, I wish you all the best of luck. I hope everything works out. Hopefully she doesn't flake on you and takes you for half your shit. And I do mean that. And for those of you ladies out here who are good women, out here who are good women, hopefully you guys will meet Mr. Right and he'll be just as good to you as you are to him, because I do recognize that not all men are good men, just like all women aren't good women. Not all men are good men. I mean, let's just keep it real. And some of the relationships I were in when I was younger, I made my fair share of mistakes, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, like I said, it's due to the marriage laws and just due to other laws that govern any kind of relationships. I don't see myself ever getting married. Now, will I settle down into a residence that I see myself residing in for the long term? I will. I mean, where I live right now, that could be the residence. Or if I move somewhere else, that would be the residence. Because, again, the older I get, the less and less desire I have to relocate. Moving is very tiresome. It's costly. It's time consuming. And I'm just at the point in my life where if I don't have to move, I'm not going to. So, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. And again, those of you who are single and you're looking for that Mrs. or Mr. Right, I wish you all the best of luck. Everyone stay blessed, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.